Hello friends! Today is a special video because I'm showing myself on camera because I want to try out the 3 marker challenge, and in order to give you guys a proof that the markers I pick are truly random, I will show you live how I will pick them. So since I'm recording on my phone, I can't use a random number generator to show you. So I will use my fabulous D20 and I will count the markers. I will always count from top to bottom and from left to right until I get the 3 random markers. So let me show you. Here we go. First row. We have 11. This purple marker is the first one. Another 11. This one. I think this time I will try to go from the other side up. Or I will get another purple around here. 14. We have a green. Okay, let me test out if this marker works. I'm sure about this one, but not so much of these two that are older markers. This one is completely dry. Oops. This works. Okay. Are confirmed. Let's try another throw. I will count again from this side. 6. Yellow. I have this canary yellow now. Let's test this one. Okay. This one seems to work. I have 2 different point brushes with this. Okay, we finally have our palette. It's a bit of a weird palette, but I will try to make something out of this. I didn't want to make a portrait and then use 3 random colors to color it, but I want to try and make like a composition with these colors. There's still a chance I will do a portrait because this color is really light and it may work for a skin color, but we'll see. For now I will take my sketchbook and do some tests and thumbnail, and we'll see what we can do with this. And here we are in voiceover mode. I'm sorry if you can hear background noises. It's raining really hard outside as I'm recording this voiceover, so there's not much I can do. But I already knew I wanted to go for a fantasy theme, and at first I thought about doing a landscape. But I quickly realized it wasn't going to work the way I hoped. So I started exploring the idea of a hidden creature in a field of flowers. But as I sketched, I realized that without a green, it couldn't be a flower field. So that idea quickly morphed into a creature's eye. More specifically, I think I was going for a dragon eye. I really liked the concept. It had strong visual impact and could be really fun to color. But then I thought about how many details it would require. So many scales to draw and ink, one by one, and well, laziness won the battle. So I scrapped that idea too. At that point, while looking for inspiration, I came across a beautiful image of a violet, and suddenly it hit me. A fairy! It felt like the perfect choice. I could keep the purple and yellow as the dominant colors of the design and give the fairy lilac skin to tie everything together. So I dust off some of my fashion school knowledge and designed a cute outfit inspired by the soft, delicate shape of a violet. Or do you call it pansies? I'm not sure. I wanted something elegant and cute. So I focused on creating flowing, graceful lines. But then disaster struck. My yellow marker started running dry. After a quick search through my supplies, I found another yellow that was a pretty close match. So, crisis averted. Finding the right pose for the fairy, on the other hand, was a nightmare. Nothing was coming out the way I wanted, and I was honestly getting a bit frustrated. In the end, I decided to step away from the pressure of recording and look up some references. That way, I could sketch off camera and take my time to get it right. Shading the lilac skin was definitely a challenge. I decided to start with the darkest shadows, layering gradually to keep the depth while avoiding the flat look. To make the skin tone feel more alive, I used a little trick. I touched the tips of my lilac and purple marker together so that when I applied the lilac, it had a subtle warmth from the purple. This helped me add a natural blush to the face, as well as areas where blood flows in more visible, like the shoulder, the knees, and the tip of the ears. For the wings, I wanted to keep the round petal-like shape of a violet while adding a mosaic effect to give them a more whimsical touch. As for the hair, I originally planned to do a gradient blonde fading into purple, but then I realized how hard it would be to blend those two colors, especially without a colorless blender. I was tempted to use one, but it felt like cheating since it's an extra marker outside of my original selection. and I apologize for the framing. While editing, I realized that my hand was blocking the view in many parts. I really wanted to make this video more polished, but I didn't quite manage this time. I promise I'll do better next time. When I picked these colors, I was honestly a little nervous, because purple and yellow are both really strong shades. But at the same time, they're complementary, and maybe that's why this drawing feels surprisingly harmonious. I think the final result is quite pleasing in terms of color balance. In the end, I'm really happy with how this turned out. The process had its challenges, I'm not gonna lie, but I had so much fun. I'll probably try this challenge again someday. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different from my usual content, but I'm experimenting a bit with making my videos more engaging and enjoyable to watch. I'd love to hear your feedback. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing, it really helps me out. That's all for today. I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye!